Assalamu alaikum, hello and welcome back to my channel English Class Expo. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and like to get all the new videos that are coming in the future, inshallah. So let's start. Today we will tackle a little bit of the grammar, of course, and then move on to some other interesting things. The most important thing that I would like to start with is that English is like any other language. It loves verbs. So in any sentence, you need to have a subject and a verb. Who and what. And then you could finish the sentence as you like, add in an adverb or anything else. So any sentence needs a verb. You cannot have a correct sentence without a verb. I am happy. You are late. He is absent. And that's how things work. Next, I would like to address a common mistake that we all do in daily conversations, which is forgetting the S in the third singular person. So, I do, you do, he does, she does. I go, you go, he goes, she goes. There is always an S or an ES depending on the verb. Those are the little things that will make your conversation more coherent and more correct. And it will make you sound like you know what you're talking about and you know what you're saying. Those are the little common mistakes. One more thing that we all make mistakes about is the past tense. So as you know, there are regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are like I walk, I talk, I listen. So when you put it in the past tense, it would be I walked, ed. I talked, ed. I listened, ed. So the end would be always ed, which is a regular verb. That's like the regular past tense. But there are some verbs that are really complicated, and if you don't know them, it will put you in such embarrassing situations, and you don't want that. So when I say I speak in the present tense, if I want to use the past tense, I will say I spoke. It's not I speaked. That's totally wrong. I spoke. I read. I read. Read. It's written the same way as read, but it's I read. So to save yourself from this embarrassment and from these complicated situations, use did. Did, which is the verb to do in the past tense. I did. So like if someone asks you, did you read this? Your answer would be, yes, I did read it. You're done. If I asked you, did you walk last night? You would answer, yes, I did walk. I did walk. I did talk to him. You don't have to look for the past tense of any verb. You just use did and you're done. And you're like, poof, your whole speech is correct. So moving on to something else, which is being more polite. If you want to sound more polite. One trick that I usually use is would. Would. Instead of asking someone, do you want coffee? Do you want tea? You would say, would you like some coffee? Would you like some tea? It sounds more polite and more elevated in the English language. Would you do this for me? If you're asking someone to help you with something, you ask, would you please help me? Don't you forget the please. Would you please help me? Something else, when you want to end a conversation without conflict. So you're discussing something with someone, you don't really agree with them, but you don't want to disagree with them because it's going to cause a conflict. or you don't have time to explain or to give argumentation why or why not. You just reply by I see. I see. That means that you see the point that they're making. It doesn't mean you agree with it. It doesn't mean you don't agree with it. It just means that you see their point of view. And that puts an end to undesired conversations. I see. And if they come up with something else, you say, I see. I see. It means that's it. We're done. I'm not arguing anymore. I'm not discussing this matter anymore. You can then move on to something else, or you can just go away, or you can just change your place, or at least that makes an end to your conversation. That would be a very useful thing in your daily life. I see. And then you could move on. So, as requested from some of my friends, today we'll share some idioms or some most useful sentences. One thing that comes to mind is, it costs me an arm and a leg. It costs me an arm and a leg. That means it costs me a lot of money, a big sum of money. It cost me an arm and a leg. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. That means there is lots of rain outside, because long before in the English houses, cats and dogs used to hide in the attic. So when they go there and it's raining a lot, the attic becomes slippery, and then the cats and dogs, they fall into the house. So that became associated with lots of rain. It's raining cats and dogs. Speaking of the devil, speaking of the devil, we say that when we are speaking of someone and then suddenly they show up. So, speaking of the devil. I know the devil in our culture and religion is not a good thing, but it's just a common thing to say in English language. Love me, love my dogs. Love me, love my dogs. That sentence means that if you love me the way I am. So if you are a friend and you accept me, you have to accept me with all my flaws, with all my negative things, with all my positive things. Love me, love my dogs. So you love me the way I am, with my flaws. You don't criticize me. You don't ask me to change anything for you to be my friend. You accept me the way I am. Love me, love my dogs. This is like peanut butter and jelly. This is like peanut butter and jelly. Americans are famous for making sandwiches with peanut butter and jelly, and they taste amazing. So when you want to say that something works really good, like together, if you put two things and they work really good together, you say this is like peanut butter and jelly. It means it works so well together. It's as serious as a heart attack. It's as serious as a heart attack. When you want to emphasize that something is really serious, that you are really serious about some matter, it's as serious as a heart attack, because there's nothing more serious than a heart attack. It could kill someone instantly. So when you want to really emphasize on something that is really a serious matter, or when you want the person you're talking to take you seriously and to really pay attention to what you're saying, you say, I'm as serious as a heart attack. It means I mean what I'm saying. I mean what I am saying. I stand by my choice. I stand by my choice. It means even if I'm right or wrong about a choice I made, I still believe in it, and I still stand by my choice. It's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. When something is so easy to do and it doesn't take that much energy, or you don't need to stress yourself over it. In a nutshell, You say that when you want to say something briefly, in couple words, in couple sentences, not making a long conversation about it, just in couple sentences. That, and that's it. Spill the beans. Spill the beans. You say that when someone wants to tell you something and you cannot wait to hear what they have to say. So you tell them quickly, spill the beans. Tell me what's going on. Be quick. Tell me what's going on. Spill the beans. And that's our video for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please, if you didn't subscribe yet, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share with your friends and family for more videos coming soon, inshallah, from our channel, English Class Espo. Thank you and have a great day.